There we go. Okay. Hi. Hi. Can everyone hear me now? Alright, yeah, there we go. Hi! Hello! How are you all doing tonight? Let me get that out of the way. Welcome back! Wow, that is overloading. You were working fine the other day. Yeah, I'm working now. There you are. Yeah, my body's very stiff. Because the way I was trying to do Warudo, it doesn't work. And, unfortunately, VC Face does not work the way that it used to on the new setup without me doing a lot more work that I did not have time to. But this works for now, and we'll get going with it later. We'll fix it up more later. Anyway, how are you all doing tonight? So, we're back. Let me turn the music on. We got medieval lo-fi tonight. Yeah, just make myself a giant head. Yeah, I should, honestly. There we go. Alright. Well, alright, so we're back. Have to recalibrate. Yeah, I know. I recalibrated this like 6 times. Working on finishing touches of the project. Yeah, that's good. So I'll be honest, I don't know if we're gonna go super long tonight. I had a real shit day, and I didn't want to cancel again because I've been looking forward to this. But I'm kind of not super in it at the moment. But either way, we have Commander Dante. Which, actually, do I have a model? Hold on, let me grab his box real quick. I asked the kids to throw the put the box in the recycles, but they didn't. Anyway, we've got the Parasite Amortex. What's this guy? And we got Commander Dante right here. So, yeah. So, we can either start painting the Tyranids, or we can, work on a Space Marine. I'm not sure what we want to do yet. Or we could just build some, or we can put some other stuff together for now. Anyway. Feels like it's been so long since I've been here. I mean, it has. Where's my green? Tyranid. It's here. I'll type it out. So Tyranids are called so because they were discovered on the planet Tyran in the first time they were found in the 40k universe. They are basically xenomorphs. Or at least as close as they can get to xenomorphs. Hi, Signum! Is that going to reset? Of course, the light. Hold on. Yeah, they're as close to xenomorphs as you can kind of get without, you know, triggering copyright laws. And, you know, being also multiple distinctions. Heresy, yes it is. Look, I've got Commander Dante here too. Sig. The new Dante model. Or hold on. I also have Fabulous Hawk Papa that I never finished getting ready to paint. I've clipped most of it and everything, but Sanguinius, Lord of the Blood Angels. Dante? Yeah. Yeah, Hawk Daddy just will not let Dante die. His new model's really nice. I got Mephiston's new model too, but it's in a box over that way. It's actually in my Indominus box that's over that way. Alright, so way back when I had you guys vote on the color scheme for my Tyranids, which I don't think I actually have a picture I can easily pull up. Hold on. No, I don't think I do. Which was green skin with black armor, and then we would do the wings blue. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll start with that. We'll spray it all down green, and then we'll pick out the details. But I need to find my dark green. Where the hell is it? I need that. You ate it? I knew it. The orc player ate my green. Everyone boo this man. Dark green should be in my green drawer? Yeah, probably. I might have actually used up all my P3 dark green. Alright, hold on, Signum. And then I also have Scale 75. The Scale 75 fantasy games. Bottom mid. There's Moot Green. But I was looking for, I think it's called Gnarls Green. Because I was looking for one like this, but yeah, well, that'd be a good highlight color. That and Worm Green are basically the same tone. There. That's pretty much the color I was looking for. Yeah, well, unfortunately this lamp is, it does its job well, but it does wash everything out a little bit. Last time I did a hobby stream, we broke my airbrush. Actually, I still got the part. Hold on. We dropped it. Oh, Signum just messaged me 1 second. I assume that's his, It's your mess of paints? Yeah, hold on, I want to see this. I don't have Discord installed on this computer. I gotta actually open the web client. This is one... remind me later to send you pictures. I actually... Hey, this is only one of my desks. I've got 3 desks, technically. Oh yeah, yours is about exactly the same. That's true. Tasty store brand gummy worms. Oh yeah. Gummy worms. Alright. Oh, I forgot to buy more airbrush cleaner. Shit. I inherited mine too. It's, I don't have an easy way to show you guys. I'll take a picture of the setup after the stream and post it on the Discord. Oh, and then there's my primers. Because I hate the way that rattle can primer smells. You seen it? I don't think I had the... I don't think I had this set up last time you were over. I can't remember. Considering it's been literally years. So remember, when you put it in an airbrush, you want it like the consistency of milk. Probably gonna need to do two coats for that. Kind of like how that's coming out though. We'll see how it dries. So you have semi, Oh, I have... Second, I can... Let me get this cleaned out real quick. I'll show you. It's an Iwata. I need to get a, I really need to get a new compressor. My compressor's tankless. So it, just always runs. But yeah, it's, doesn't get the model. Hold on. Awada HPCS. Eclipse HPCS. And it's some little cheap compressor I got off Amazon. What brand are you? What brand are you, Mr. Compressor covered in cat hair? Model Elite 125X GS. Mine, I have a good brush, but compressor's tankless. Yeah. We have Blue Raspberry Sour Patch Ghost tonight. Oh, Signum. So I was with Tainted yesterday. And, we were debating picking up Conquest. Do you know anything about it? Yeah, the game Conquest by Parabellum Games. Made by one of the guys that was involved heavily in old fantasy. Shit, I really like how that turned out on the body. I think I am gonna do another coat though. I love the way the wings turned out, but I want them to be blue. Yeah, they have knights. Look up, it's, 100 Kingdoms, I think it's called. Is their knight faction? So one thing I like is their undead faction is like Roman legions. It's called the Old Dominion. I cannot make the wings. I multiply, not fly. But it's green, and I have to make it blue. You're also green the blue. You can't throw things at me. I like it when people yell at me. Guess we'll just hand paint that. Oh, right. I do owe Blue a story. Alright, so... Collecting homework now? Okay. 1 second. The problem is I'm gonna fucking bob around all over the place like this. The selection is a bit limited. It's also a fairly new game. Yeah. Getting it open so I can see chat while I also read the... Alright, so Blue requested the Leaning Tower of Pisa and like the story behind it the other day, and I actually know that until I looked into it. You guys can still hear me pretty well, like for this, right? Like I'm facing my screen. That's why I need to make sure. Before I really dive into this, you guys can hear me pretty well. Yeah. All right. So, Blue requested the Leaning Tower of Pisa the other day. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was, like I said, something I didn't really know that much about. Other than like I knew some of the stuff surrounding it and some of the and everything, but like there's entire like academic wars being fought over like who actually was the architect and stuff. But so let's kind of start with the tower itself though, and just the story around it. There's some interesting things that tie into it that we can do at a later date. But so the tower is part of the Cathedral of Pisa in the city of Pisa. It's referred to as the Campanile, and I'm gonna butcher all of these Italian words. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Which is a freestanding grand bell tower of the cathedral complex. At current day, because it has measured slightly different depending on like gradient and stuff, it measures at 183 feet roughly on the low end and roughly 185 on the high. And it's currently leaning 4-ish degrees, which actually it had to get righted in the 90s because in 1990 it measured at a 5.5 degree lean, and they resulted in a concentrated world effort, and they went and stacked a shitload of like lead and blocks on it to kind of right it back up a little bit and return it to a more safe manner before it flipped. So the tower itself, though, it was built in 3 separate, distinct stages. It took 199 years to build. Technically, that's not exactly right, but that's the actual consensus of it. Because it's argued that it's actually more closer to 177 years of actual building on it. Including additional plans and so on and so forth. Because more was added as time went on. It started, the first stones were laid in 1173, though. So back in 1173, there was a wealthy, elderly noblewoman who, soon after being widowed, decided she didn't want her fortune anymore and donated it to the local church. And her name was Donna Berta Di Bernardo. She donated 60 soldai, which were medieval Italian silver coins, to the church, which got them the foundation and the first floor of marble. You know, marble was cheap back then. So this is kind of where things get a little into the debates, though, because the first chosen architect, is confirmed to have been, or is said to have been a Bonanno Pisano. And he was even actually buried at the foot of the tower, which they discovered his sarcophagus in 1820, and I believe he was reinterred somewhere else. I actually could not find that because, well, it was not mentioned in the research I was doing, and I didn't bother looking it up, to be honest. And even if he wasn't the head architect, though, the man did contribute a lot of the sculpture work, and a lot of the brass reliefs of the bottom of the church are signed with him. But recent studies, we're talking like in the 2000s, specifically the first one was the 2001 study, claim that the tower was actually built by a architect that was like kind of a pulp culture icon whose name was Dioslavi. Because it has a lot of the design cues of his other works, and he was a very popular architect in the 12th century. But the debate goes up to where Pisano shares a lot of those design cues as well, so they think that it was kind of like that was one of his working names to kind of distance himself from certain projects. And that's kind of where the debate comes up. They shared a lot of similar stylings and everything that not a lot of other people were doing in that time period. So the first Pisano, because there's going to be more, don't worry about that, was only in charge for roughly 5 years, during which only the first 3 floors were built. And it was during the final days of the 3rd floor's construction that the building was already noticed to be leaning 5 centimeters. And they noticed that like things were kind of off coming around the second, during the building of the 2nd floor, but they didn't really think about it. It was, this wasn't a super exact science back then. So Pisa, the land it sits on is wet, sandy topsoil and very moist, porous clay underneath it. A very, very soft clay. Most buildings you see there, especially the time period, were squat and low to the ground. Where this was, it was like, think about, that's the rest of the church. That's the Leaning Tower. Like that's kind of what we're looking at. And, because of this, it was very kind of top heavy just by nature of the way it was built and such. It was tall, it was slim, and even 3 stories were like comparably like heavy in a very small area. Not to mention the fact that the tower's foundation was flawed in its design. They wouldn't acknowledge it, but it was flawed in its design at first to begin with. So this comes up, and all work on the tower was actually halted in 1178. The Republic of Pisa had this really, really big love-hate relationship with the surrounding nations, because at the time Italy was broken up into multiple small kingdoms. You had, Pisa, Genoa, Lucca, Florence, the Vatican, but with specifically Genoa, Lucca, and Florence are Pisa's neighbors. This came around for about about 60 years. Building was resumed in like 1233 for a short time. It really mostly amounted to just doing maintenance on the existing structure, though. They didn't actually add much until 1260. In 1260, under the initial planning of a Guido Spaziale, who was son of the renowned medieval sculptor Giovanni Pisano, one of Bonanno's direct descendants. Though some, once again, another scholarly debate, some claim they were not related because Pisano was kind of like Smith in the town of Pisa. This is so interesting. Yeah, no, like I normally go for like the wars and like me, like I like the war stuff. I like the interesting characters. I like the religious history and stuff. I never thought to look something like this up. But like it all ties into that stuff as well, though. So Guido Spiazzi most likely is one of Bonanno's direct descendants, but we're not 100% sure. It's generally assumed that he is and generally claimed he is. Well, thankfully, this near 100 years of hardly any work on the tower actually allowed the ground to settle and set. So instead of being tilted farther, it had settled back because of the way that everything was going. If they had just continued to build as it was originally planned, because originally it was planned to be a 5-story tower with a belfry at the top, it would have tipped right over. And it was noted. They actually were noted when they looked at it that the gradient hadn't really got worse over years, but Guido noted they needed to find a way to right the tower. So he sought some people out after doing some research and stuff. And in 1264, he passed the job on to a Giovanni di Simone, who was the architect of the Camposanto, which the Camposanto is the holy cemetery of Pisa. And it's world renowned. It's a very beautiful cemetery, like as far as the cemetery can be beautiful in people's opinions. I personally find them beautiful, but because it had soil imported from Golgotha, so literally one of the holiest lands for people to be buried in. So Giovanni took to this, and they basically talked. They didn't touch anything until 1272. And years of planning, years of deciding what to do, building stuff, they decided they're going to add the next 4 levels quickly and straight up. So the tower's like this, and they're going to add the next 4 levels like this. And because they hoped it would write the things underneath it, and everything would be fine. They'd have to shift a little as they went, but that was the hope. So his idea was pretty quickly noted not to work. By the 5th floor, they had elected to just build one of the walls slightly larger, which actually kind of means the tower is curved, because each floor is 1 or 2 rows of bricks higher on the leaning side to try to compensate and shift it back. So the tower still has to be still had to be constantly adjusted, not so much anymore, because it eventually got to the point where every couple of years the lean would get too great and the bells would stop working. So they'd have to try to right the tower somehow so the bells would work again. Because you got to remember, this was originally planned as a bell tower, and it actually is. So we'll get that in a little bit. Also, though, in their genius idea, instead of compensating for the bells, they mounted the bells as if the tower were straight up still. Meaning, the tower's like this, and the bells are mounted like the tower's this, so the bell is leaning also, and not ringing properly because of it. So, this goes on to 1284, Just before finishing the 6th floor, Pisa was defeated in the Battle of Maloria by Genoa. And by defeated in the Battle of Maloria, I mean Pisa's entire navy was wiped out to a man. This was a massive blow to their economic ability, a massive blow to their power, or their ability as a military power, and everything. Like, it pretty much, Pisa more or less ceased to be overnight. They didn't, because they continued to exist until 1406 as a nation, but they were just, it was constant being hammered by attacks. It was a downward slope for, like, the living conditions of their people and such. And in 1406, they were 100% taken over by Florence. So, despite the hardships of these times, though, this was, now keep in mind, that was, over 100 years later, or, over 100 years later that Florence took them over. In 1319, they actually, the church actually managed to get the funding during a small cease in hostilities to add the 7th floor. The architect that oversaw this, though, is not known. We actually don't have a record of his name. It very well could have just been workers in a cardinal going, yeah. But, and then in 1372, a full 2 centuries after the initial plans were laid, Tommaso di Andrea Pisano, who also is debatably related to the original Pisano, completed the 8th and final level of the tower, which is the bell chamber you see at the very top that's smaller than everything else. So, as it sits today, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is, like I said, 4 degrees. It has 7 bells currently in the chamber, and each of them are toned to one of the 7 major scale musical notes. Though the last of those was not added till 1655, so you can argue the tower wasn't completed until 1655. But that's basically the formation of the tower. But there's a couple interesting facts I jotted down here. So this is where Galileo tested his theory of freefall. And now I'm not a physicist. I understand the very, very skim level of what this means. But basically, it's the theory of freefall is an object in freefall has no force other than the gravity acting upon it. It's way deeper than that. That's just the base level. And I'm not a physicist. I can't explain that to you. But this was in like 1589 or 1592. We're not really 100% sure when he did it. He dropped 2 different sized cannonballs off the top of the tower to basically watch, and his belief was the heavier one would reach the ground sooner. And he actually, he saw that, but it also proved that the smaller one continued to pick up speed until it hit, where the heavy one stopped at some point. thereby proving, starting to prove an idea of terminal velocity. But which I don't think was actually something he came up with. I think it wasn't until later he just noted it as a curiosity. And then during World War II, the Axis allies actually used this as an observation post. So they were suspected of using it because, like, people couldn't really get into this area and do things without the Germans knowing. So it was specifically the Germans that were using this area. A U.S. Army sergeant named Leon Weckstein basically walked up to the tower, confirmed that there were Germans there. Just, like, act like the tourist. Just like, yeah, what's up, guys? But upon returning with his information, they were ready to artillery strike the tower and the church. But Weckstein was so enamored with the beauty of the architecture that he actually argued against it and managed to talk his commanding officer down, thereby saving the tower. They just basically elected that they would have to cease operations in the area, except like under cover of night or out of view of the tower. And that's how the tower basically escaped getting bombed during World War II to keep it, from being used by the Germans. But yeah, so that's pretty much the formation of the Tower of Pisa. Is that good, Blue? A literally long and winding history, yes. Yeah, like I said, that's something I never... Do I tell any other kind of story? Ghost stories. Alright, I think we're going to do another spray of the green. They're always long and winding. The shortest and to the point one was probably the Great American Soldier Abandoned Rear. Was probably the shortest one I've ever told. Yeah, life is never simple, that's true. Also apt because we're listening to medieval lo-fi tonight. I went a little too heavy there. It's fine. It's fine. Want to talk about Tyranid faction? Yeah, I mean, I can. There's really not super much about them lore-wise, as far as... So the Tyranids are run by a hive mind, and we're only really learning more about the hive mind character as, like, things go on, because, like, they're kind of... Their whole thing is eating. They're basically intergalactic locusts, and we're not sure really where they came from, because they came from extrasolar. And they kind of showed up and started devouring stuff. So each Tyranid bioorganism, which there are... After I'm done letting this dry, I can grab the book real quick and show you a couple pages, if it's not going to be too washed out. yeah. Let me grab the book real quick, and I'll show you a couple pages there. But yeah, so the Tyranid bioorganisms, they're each actually made up of tons of little organisms. So, what we're painting here is called the Parasite of Mortex, which is one specific one. But that's actually him right there. So each of these guys, they're monsters that are like, they're swarmed with locusts and bugs. And they're made up of other little tiny parasites and such. They were first encountered on the planet Tyran by, I don't remember who actually was the encounter. It might have been the Ultramarines. Signa might actually know. I don't remember who first encountered them. It doesn't say right off the bat. But so what they do is they send a vanguard called Gene Stealers. Where are the Gene Stealers? I actually don't own any Gene Stealers. It was the road. Oh, it was Critman. Critman found him. The Exterminatus Happy Man. Where are Gene Stealers? There have to be pictures of Gene Stealers in here. What the hell? Anyway, so they send Gene Stealers forward, and the Gene Stealers are literally what they sound like. They find a human group or another creature, because they can infect other alien creatures as well, and they slowly kind of subsume them and like take over and form cults. They're actually one of the other playable factions. There's the parasite right there. That's who we're painting right there. Oh, here's the Gene Stealer Patriarch. They're like the forearm guys. And their whole thing is, oh, well, we will teach them to love the, what do they call it? The all-devouring god or something. And then the Nids eventually show up, and they make Planetfall. And they make Planetfall and immediately eat every single piece of, like, biomass on the planet. And then they throw themselves into the reclamation pools, is what they call them. I just painted my brushes. They throw themselves into the reclamation pools. And they get sucked back up into the hive ships, only to be born again. So no Tyranid survives more than one battle, because they are a constantly cycling hive mind that keeps getting spit back out. And as far as we know, that's their only goal, is to consume biomass. We don't know anything else about them. They've attacked multiple worlds, and just pretty much any world they attack, it either gets absolutely annihilated or it takes great losses to push it back. My boys, the Blood Angels, I guess my other boys, because I own Tyranids now, obviously, because of you all. Because I ran a poll, basically, my options. Okay, so Signum, way back when, I was like, alright, I've only ever owned marine-based armies. Giant tanks of they dumped themselves in giant tanks of bioacid that the ships literally put down giant, like, crazy straws and suck it back up. So I was like, I've only ever owned marine-based factions, because, I've got my Blood Angels that I've played for 23 years now. Almost 24 years. I've got some Death Guard, which are, you know, Nurgle Chaos Space Marines. I've got, what else do I have up here? I got some Death Watch. Got some Custodes up there. But yeah, anyway. Because I'm vanilla? Yeah, screw you. Not everyone likes orcs. So I was like, alright, I'm going to play, I'm going to pick up a Xenos faction. I was torn between Tyranids and Tau because mecha, and Tyranids because I like melee armies. And so I ran a poll, and Tyranids won out. And here we are with Nids. And then I felt really attacked when the 10th edition dropped, and the Leviathan box was Space Marines versus Nids. I will eventually get some Tau, but I want to do the Farside Enclaves if I do Tau. Well, yeah, but anyway, so, like, the Nids attacked the Blood Angels homeworld semi-recently in the lore. It's called The Devastation of Baal. Really good book series, by the way. It starts with, Dante, which is this fine gentleman here that we have on the chart, the thing with him. This fine gentleman's homeworld. Or, well, home story. Because he's the leader of the Blood Angels, and also the oldest Space Marine that's currently alive that's not a Dreadnought. Which I don't think I've ever explained what Dreadnoughts are either, so that's another fun story. We're just blacking this out entirely. And then I'll go back over and I'll pick out details afterwards, but I don't even know how I'm going to base my Nids yet. I haven't decided. Wait, which one of these is my Nid? Is this... Which one of you is... Does the Parasite go... Wait a minute. This fucking thing goes on a smaller base than this dude. Alright, you know what? Whatever. Balancing on that tail. Yo, it said that thing I just painted. It sticks in here. And get all the blue stuff out. I'm just gonna glue it to the base. Probably should have waited till the paint dried. But, you know, I'm not smart. That's true. Tails don't need big bases. There you are. Oh yeah, Signum, how's the missus feeling? Hello, Tainted. I think my super loose. They're not Wild Riders. You're right. It was a cough, but thank you, Blue. Anything I've heard? I don't know why I'm getting hit. I told you I wasn't paying Wild Riders yesterday. Not tonight, at least. I'm doing my own stuff for once. The last handful of hobby streams I had that weren't building Gunpla, I was working on Zaku's stuff. Ah! No! Where'd it go? Fuck. After 4 years of waiting, I've earned a few smacks. That's fair. Decisions, the name of the evil. Resident Evil Outbreak. I never played Outbreak. Alright, you know what? We're gonna do this first, then. Because this doesn't want to cooperate. Where is my other glue? What the hell? Stole my glue? Please stop stealing my glue. I need my glue. Blue, are you eating glue again? Oh, Tainter, are you eating glue again? Sorry, for some reason I thought Blue said that. Sorry, Blue. Oh wow, that actually is pretty bad. I have to buy some new super glue. Because that is straight gelled up at this point. It'll still work, but it's not flowing the way it should be. Thanks for the lurk, guy. Huh? What? Nani? Chugs Lou. We were at a game store yesterday, and I think I have to stop at one tomorrow. Dad's neck's broken? It is. Yes. Yes. It's because the program I normally use for this didn't want to work today when I went to set it up for in here. I'm not even going to paint that bottom piece because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. Alright. Yeah, my port. The rulebook is online, Signum. Yes. Go to parabellumgames.com and the rulebook's there. It plays like old fantasy. Also, Tainted. I told Signum about Conquest earlier. Let's go down to the 0. Yeah, it's old. It's old fantasy, but roll low instead of roll high. Painting blue over green is going to be fun. I should have thought about that, but I'm an idiot. It has elves. The elves are just, mutants. The elves are actually legitimately mutant aliens in Conquest. They use, like, clones and stuff. This model's actually the test bed for my Tyranid paint scheme, so we'll see how this goes. Oh crap, did I clean my airbrush? I did not. I did not! Oh god! I was I'm pretty sure that lacking elves is a huge plus for everyone but Tainted. Especially because it has fucking Vikings in it, like legitimate Vikings. So... And like, Greek city-states are one of the factions. They're actually the newest factions. Last question. It's a mess. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Honey, don't let me forget to order more airbrush cleaner. I am literally out. I have enough to basically finish tonight. Yeah, look at the jar of slime. Yeah. Cat, I will spray you in the face with this. You need to not. Order more airbrush cleaner. Yeah. I meant to do it yesterday, but I didn't. Yeah, they're doing Christmas bundle deals. Thank you for reminding me now, yes. Signum, look up the Fallen Divinity, though. I adore that model. That's kind of the model that sold me on playing the game, or at least getting some display piece miniatures for it. You know, if it was just a little bit cheaper, but not the T-Rex. No, I'm gonna play Old Dominion. The T-Rex is for oldest gremlin if he wants to play. One of the other factions is like Warcraft level orcs riding on dinosaurs. Just want to pop in and say hi. I gotta go to bed soon. Have to be up. Yeah. Oh, thanks for popping in, Visceral. Trying to not mess up the green I got going on the like skeletal framework on these arms because I really like the way it looks. Yeah, Dino Orcs are pretty cool. Yeah, I agree. The only faction in the game I don't particularly like are the dwarves, and I just am not a big dwarf fan to begin with. Like, I've never been a big fan of dwarf factions at all. Hey, Ramses! You do like the city-states person? Yeah. Yeah, I know, you were talking about that last night. How you feeling tonight, Ramses? Looking through the rules 40. Yeah, that's what we did too before. Like, we saw the models. We're like, this looks really cool. We need to find out if the rules are worth it. Stranger Things has been added back to DB. Oh, I gotta catch. Okay, I think I have enough to just outright buy him with in-game currency. How much is he, guy? Hey, Prof. I'm good. Realizing everyone's doing hobbies. Yeah, did you ever get your paint thing sorted out there, Ramses? I was curious what was going on with that. Was it just like a bad mixture or something? This is my Parasite and Mortrax we're painting today. And it's the test bed for my my Tyrannid army paint scheme. DLC's okay, that's not too bad. Gonna do something soon. If you need help, hit me up, dude. I've done this for years. I can generally at least try to help from... Or I could try to get pointers. You know, incidentally, I've only ever painted, got nothing else to do tonight. Fair. Characters individually are like 500 each. Yeah. You know, it's funny, I don't know what you're painting, Ramses, but, I know the last couple people friends I had that were doing stuff were painting, like, Gunpla. And I've never actually painted one of my Gunpla. I have a couple ideas for custom builds, and I'm kind of waiting for those before I ever paint one. Just painting just spoons? You're not painting anything else? I saw the spoons. Or are you just testing until before you put it to something else? That's what I assumed you were doing, at least. Oh, by the way, with this stream from now on, testing, experimenting. That's fair. I forgot to mention at the beginning. With this stream on, every stream I do is going to be dual streamed to YouTube now, so that we're live over there too. If you all would like to pop over and just at least toss a like up to appease the algorithm. I really should link it here on Twitch, but I still need to set up the chat, but we don't have anyone chatting over there anyway, so not right now at least. What am I doing? Why am I doing that? I have painting handles. Ah! That is so much easier. Oh, so this is a you go, I go. Yes, yes. Alternating activation, which I very much like. That's another difference from old school fantasy. Also, the activation cards, where you predetermine the order your stuff's gonna activate in, is really a really interesting mechanic to me too. Did you get to how adding stuff on the field works? Because you don't deploy anything at the beginning of the game. You actually roll for deployments, which is really interesting to me as well. Just got to that point? Yeah. Look at that. One side of one wing, almost entirely blue-based. This is going to suck when I get to the Hive Tyrant. Anyone who watched my Armored Core stream should know where this color scheme comes from. Oh yeah, I heard you beat Armored Core. Grats. What ending did you get? It was a tough fight. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it later. I was trying to calm down from work. I need to come up with a name for this, for my Hive fleet. Hive fleets are normally named after mythological entities. You have Hive Fleet Kronos, Hive Fleet Jormungandr, Hive Fleet Leviathan is like the poster child. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna call my Hive fleet. I'm gonna play him like an offshoot of Hive Fleet Gorgon. I already know that. Because I like the idea of the poison adaptions. Poison and acid adaptions. Oh, that's one thing I left out actually, Blue. As the Tyranids eat stuff, they actually like take their Hive Fleet Rumpelstiltskin. That actually would fit. But as they take stuff in, they actually adapt. They hyper-adapt to it. And, so, like, the same things won't kill them twice. And they have... The hive fleets are part of a greater hive mind still. They're, like, lesser... Each hive fleet is its own hive mind that is then part of a greater hive mind. So, like... It doesn't scale. Or it does... Eventually, once the hive fleet, the fleets reach back to each other and recombined, it's permanent adaptions that start happening, as opposed to, you know, hive fleet unique adaptions. So if I eat the sun, you lose your bright light weakness. Yeah, you go eat the sun. You like eating stuff randomly. Go eat the sun. That is a completely normal and logical thing to do. Just imagine this is a super spicy meatball. It's probably more like a mac and cheese ball, like a fried mac and cheese ball. Just like a fresh out of the microwave, piping hot fried mac and cheese ball. Obviously, I'm gonna highlight it, but I actually like that already. Nice. Yeah. I don't think we're not finishing him tonight for sure, but we can at least get all the base coating done. And we could probably finish him up Wednesday. Because tomorrow is... I will be going to Tainted's for my bi-weekly game night. Yeah, I'm trying to do, this week we're going to do 3 hobby streams, and then from now on, instead of doing on Wednesday nights, I think what I'm going to do, well, like I was saying last week, unless there's something I specifically really want to do, one of the weekend days, we'll do a hobby stream. And we'll probably, like, start it, like, early in the day so I can go for a while. And then hopefully that will actually kick me in the ass to get off, or, get my stuff done so I can actually play it. Because I am making a rule on myself where I'm not allowed to play a model unless it's painted now. So I'll actually paint stuff because I want to use it. Which means I really should do more Crisis Protocol stuff because that's really the game I've been playing the most, but I really want to paint my Warhammer stuff right now. Night Blue. And I never played another game again. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Really should have done this in a way that I could have airbrushed the blue too, but hurting my eyes. Oh, Signum, wait, you asked me about the airbrush. I set up affiliate links a long time ago because I had a couple people ask me about the airbrush before. I don't think anyone's ever used them, but they should still be down below. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute. It hasn't happened in so long, and it's only been a couple people, so I did it because I'm like, oh, this might become a thing, and then it never did. think I have most everything except the brushes, because I've got the Game Envy brushes. Because they're really nice. As long as you take care of them. It's hurting my eyes. Take a break for a minute. Grab something else to drink. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm back. No unit stats. Unit stats are in the army builder, which is also on the website. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're gonna pretty much finish base coating and then pick the rest of this up Wednesday. Cause my God, this is hurting my eyes. Like I said, today was not a great day at work and in general, so still got a little bit though. Can I help you? Ma'am, you are not a kitten anymore. Come here. You should not be climbing my chair, madam. You broke your leg a few months ago. Nana. The Spire or the elves? Well, there's one wing blued. No. Forgot about the crotch wing. No, no. Stop. Sorry, I have a something demanding my attention. Rules first, promote brutal. Yes, they promote very brutal combats. I am, I approve of that very much in that game. Like, it looks really good, Conquest does. Well, because they don't, I don't know. You don't have to take morale tests if from range attacks. So if anything, I'm not sure. In Conquest, you don't, at least. Yeah, but they ignore defense on... Yeah. Well, it depends. There's certain defense rules that allow the archers to work as well. Or that don't, the archers can't ignore. So. Like shields. Shields give you +1. Almost done. Almost done 3/4 of the wing. Almost there. 100 Kingdoms don't get beasties, but they get really solid units. Yeah, they get like superhuman knights. Their beasties are like special knightly orders. Makes sense. Nice checks them out. Yeah. I missed that one, sorry. Three of those knights are more... Well, I mean, it's like one of those things where you're not dealing with land rate like tanks and shit though. Like you're dealing with, you know, small scale battles overall. So being more than a land raider in points isn't that big, you know, that weird, honestly, in my opinion. Besides, I don't even know what a land raider costs in points right now. I've got 3 of them sitting over there. That I need to paint. Got a Spartan over there too. I gotta paint from the Age of Darkness box because I play Blood Angels in 2 eras, 30k and 40k. Because I have a problem. And that problem is there's not enough Blood of Heretics flowing. I got my Golden Boys Land Raider needs painting. Oh, you picked up Custodes? I mean, to be honest, it's been a long time since you and I ever played 40k. And it only happened a couple times anyway. And you were orky back then. Yeah, when they first came out. I debated going Mechanicus when they first came out. Or when I first got back into 40k. Orc rules got weird. I haven't looked at an Orc rulebook since, like, 5th edition. They lost the fun. That explains why almost every person I know that plays Orcs no longer plays them. The other big Orc player that we mutually know from the store primarily plays Steel Legion, Imperial Guard, and Black Templar now. I'm not going to name him because I don't want to out him, but you know. He still has his orcs. He's just I never see him roll them out. You know who I mean? Yeah. I don't know if you've kept up with him or not. I see him most Thursdays, actually. He's up at the store. Live too far away. Ah, that's not true. I mean, not like weekly, but you know, a couple, you know, here and there. An hour. I mean, it's not much worse than Tainted, and Tainted used to come up pretty. I mean, not so much lately, but because you know, price of gas and such. But like, yeah, I think we're gonna probably take the night once I finish painting this wing in, because like I said, my eyes are hurting. I need to get adjusted doing this more often again. This is the first time I've painted since my last hobby stream, which was back in June. Because summer was huge for games I was trying to get done, and then Armored Core, and then just piles of issues, and general avoidance, I guess. See a car situation. Oh yeah, that's actually I forgot about that. You haven't done that yet. As soon as I can get the money to, I'm gonna put together another gaming table for the game room here. But it's a matter of money to have it set up in like a nice way, you know? Especially now that the older two kids have their own 40k armies. Titan Tablestone. I don't know where they even got those, to be honest. I was just gonna build my own. Well, build my own again, because I'd done it before, but it was like half-assed. And I was gonna get my my cousin, who's actually a carpenter, to help me. I should ask Hollow Hill where he got his. For his store. They were custom? Oh. That explains it. Yeah, I'd like to do a nice table that I can, like, put slats on and stuff and make it into an impromptu, like, dining table or, you know, basically whatever we want to do as well and just have it down here because, like, you know, as the kids get older and stuff, it's kind of becoming, like, the family room and the room where we entertain people and such like that as well as my office, you know? Considering it's, you know, half of our basement. I was actually gonna do this, so I had the test model for this faction done Saturday, but instead I started teaching the older two gremlins how to paint. Although to be fair, the oldest has done a little before. And, I mean, he just plays salamanders, so, like, he knows really what he has to do. Daughter just went wild with contrast paints on her Tyranids and ended up with some bubblegum crunch-looking nids. I think that's going to turn out well, actually. Older? I have three. I have three, Signum. The two you met, and then there's a... Yeah, the two you met, and then we have a younger one that's going to be 3 in January. I thought I told you about that. You getting the scissors? Dude, please. I might, if he's good with some of the games that are coming up, that are multiplayer games, I might let the oldest play with me on a couple of them. I was thinking about it, like Pal World and stuff, but we're gonna have to see. Because I mean, he'll be 9 in a few weeks. I mean, obviously he's not participating in the 24-hour stream for Pal World, but, you know. I also have to talk that over with Lunecra, though. think once I do some edge highlighting and stuff on this, this is actually going to turn out to be a pretty nice color scheme. The black armor with and then the blue wings. We need some lightning work on the wings, some dry brushing and such, but it looks way more organic than I thought it would. Oh, Signum, you wanna know something even worse? Even worse, actually, than me having 3? Lil Hippo has 4. Trying to remember if you actually remember his username or not. Who I'm talking about. You're not surprised by that? You know, actually, same. So the question is, should I paint in there where the head goes? Or leave that green? I'm leaning towards leaving that green. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll top this carapace off here. We'll do that, I think. And then leave the rims in there where the head sits on green. I don't think you'll be able to see it once the head's in there anyway, but I think that's actually looks a little more like it's wearing armor as opposed to one continuous mass. This talon should probably be black too, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Paint its ass plate. We'll deal with those ridges later. I think that's a good start, though. I actually, this coming together. You definitely need some, a little more love there, but I think we're gonna call that tonight. And I'll set these colors aside, and we'll pick this back up on Wednesday. We'll do some more highlights. We will do the highlights. Because the head, really I gotta do the carapace pieces on the head, and then it... Oh yeah, you're not gonna see that in there once the head's in place. Yeah, that's gonna go well. You know, I expected that to be more difficult, but the way that green went on actually turned out really nice. Really, like, I only have to edge highlight it a little bit. We'll make these talons here black. We'll do the tip of the tail black, and then we'll do these two talons black. And then everything else we really just have to edge highlight and do a little bit of dry brushing, and we're good. Like we're golden on him. We got to figure out what we're gonna do with the base still too. And that'd be our Tyranid proof of concept there. So well, hold on. Well, with that, I think we're gonna try to find someone to raid out to. And there's the Bio Titan. Don't drink the paint water. Alright. So we'll be back again on Wednesday, and we'll finish off my Parasite of Mortex, and then probably we'll see how much time I have to work on stuff. We'll either work on Dante, or we'll finish off some other stuff. Like I've got my Phobos Librarian right there that I was working on. That's a Sanguinary Priest that I'm rehabbing. Yeah, I've got stuff all over the place. But anyway, so let's find someone to raid. You know what we should do? Hold on. All right. Let me walk into the other room real quick. Hi, is that better? Alright, I guess, yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's because I walked away from the paint camera. Anyway. So, yeah, we're gonna raid over to Alki. Wow, I look dumb with that. Okay, whatever. We'll be back with more hobbies on Wednesday. We're gonna finish the Parasite of Mortex, and then I don't know what we're gonna work on after that. We should be able to finish it pretty quickly, and then work on other stuff, because honestly, we have just a little minor amount of detail work to do. But yeah, so either way, I will see you all on Wednesday, and thank you for coming and hanging out, honestly. So, but yeah, anyway, thank you all. I will talk to you later, and class dismissed.